Hey, what's up, family? What's up, friends? Que pasa, mi familia, mis amigos? This is not financial advice, but if you're ready to get off the porch and run with the big dogs and get to this money, watch this video to the end because I'm going to have 3 plays that I actually got in Friday and swung over through the weekend, and I'm going to run into next week because I think the market is going to continue to rally up after the pullback. So be prepared, not surprised, and let's get right into it. The first play that I took was Meta. Meta had great earnings, and it was pulling back because of a tax that was issued to it, a one-time tax that was issued to it. And I don't know why, but it just seems like the market tanked after that. People were scared off, selling out of Meta left and right. Meta went as low as about $600. And when Meta came down to the $600 range, that's when I became interested. My antennas went up because I know Meta will soon be $800 to $900 company. So what I did was grab the Meta contract. I'll show that at the end. And I jumped in. I just jumped in Meta because after the pullback, it's either I had to ask myself, is this a major pullback, or is this just a pullback, a liquidity grab, and a correction before we move back up? In my opinion, it's just a correction before we move back up. So I hopped in, and when I hopped in and my play started going immediately up, then I felt like I had the right direction. I felt like my thesis was correct. So if it stays correct into Monday, then I plan to make a lot of money. The next play that I got into was Amazon. Amazon had great earnings, beat everything. Not only this is going to be my rinse and repeat on Amazon. Amazon had earnings and went way up in the 250 plus area. And like everything else, Friday, Amazon pulled back. And I had already told myself, if Amazon comes back to the breakout area, which was around that 242 area, then I'm going to have to take a look at getting in Amazon. What did Amazon do? Amazon came back to, not only did it come back to 242 area, it dropped all the way down to 236, 238 area. And that's when I knew I was gonna grab an Amazon contract. So I did, and I'll have some information on that for you here in a little bit. And finally, I got in AppLovin. AppLovin was a play that I got into because the last 10, 12 earnings, AppLovin has went up 10, 15% after earnings, and consistently. So this was one that I broke my rules, and I had to pay for it. I gambled and played a AppLovin contract into earnings, AppLovin, ticker symbol APP, which was a pretty pricey contract, but I gambled and I grabbed it, and lo and behold, pre-market, I was hyped. I just knew that I was onto a winner, but because it went up like 40, 50, 60 points pre-market. And then when the market opened, it started crashing back down with everything else. And I saw the contract that I took Thursday before earnings report just went all to hell. It just smashed. It just crashed on me. Had me with a hot dog face. I was a little bit sad. But what did I do? Did I stay sad? No. I looked at that as an opportunity to let it bottom out, let the market do what it was going to do. And the market did what it was going to do because it came all the way back, and it picked me up. So I jumped back in, and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you what that's doing at the end of the video. So that was my 3 plays on Friday. AppLovin, Meta, and Amazon. And all 3 of them are currently in the money. You never know what'll happen come Monday. And the market will probably be closed Tuesday because of election day. But I'm in 3 plays that I will probably make a significant amount of money on if the market continues to rally back to the upside. So, and that's the move. When I notice, when I get confirmation from the market that it's ready to pay off on them contracts that I had the correct entry on, then I will pyramid up. Pyramiding up is just adding on to my position at intervals to make that position more profitable, and to how I plan to grow my account on every time that I make a play. And if it doesn't go my way, if the market doesn't immediately show gains in my favor, then I'm out. What I would do before was average down. I would average down into a position, average down, and then something dawned on me that the more I average down, the more I'm going to lose, because averaging down doesn't mean that the stock price is going to go up because you didn't lowered your price. That just means you lowered your price a little bit, and as the stock market goes down, you've put more capital at risk because of the direction that the market is going in. But when you average up on a position, when you add money to a winner, then you're letting your money, your profits, or your cash make money for you. So once you know how to scale up into your positions and make money, you'll never want to average down, because you never want to add to a loser. So keep that in mind. Never ever average down to a loser. And if you wait for your right entries, and if you're patient, the market will reward you. The market rewards patience. The market is a vehicle to take money from the impatient and transfer it to the patient. And that's why I had an amazing day Friday in the markets. I ended the week strong, and I plan to begin next week strong. And if you want to have strong movement in the market, if you want to gain losses, if you want to win, then study, practice. If you have to paper trade. And I think my experience, paper trading wasn't my thing. I didn't paper trade because I gained my experience by losing my real money. And nothing will make you sharpen your stick more than losing your own money. So whatever you have to do to get better at trading, then that's what you do. But if you want to make money, if you're beyond the learning phase and you're just into the money making phase, and you already know the game, then you still want to follow me, because I will be giving out plays that I take, that I research, that I think are going to be winners. And if they're not, get out as soon as you realize that they're not. But if they are, and you do want to make this money, follow me, hit like and subscribe, because I'm going to keep them coming. I'm a master fisherman, which means I fish for plays, and then I research the plays, and then I throw them back out in the water and see if I can catch a bigger fish. Peace.